once again. Oh, did I forget to say the word fruit? So, welcome to Fruit of the Day, the one and only kiwi fruit. So as you can see, or maybe you're already familiar with kiwi fruit, it's furry. So whether you love the fur or hate the fur, please listen on. Why? Because we're about to dive just a little deeper into the wonderful world of kiwi fruit. All right, first up, just a little bit of background information. By the way, Coach D loves kiwi fruit. The kiwi fruit is also called the Chinese gooseberry. Did you know that? Probably not. Also, the golden kiwi and green kiwi are the most popular varieties. Didn't know that. Also, when purchasing kiwi fruit, size is usually not indicative of quality. Unripe kiwi fruit is firm and isn't at its peak sweetness yet. If you don't plan to use the kiwi fruit within a few days, choose a firm fruit. Nice. Kiwis can be stored at home at room temperature or in a refrigerator. Placing the fruit in a paper bag can speed up ripening to 4 to 6 days. Adding an apple or banana to the bag speeds up the process even more. A ripe kiwi fruit has the most antioxidants available. How nice. So if anything, ladies and gentlemen, you want to make sure that your kiwi fruit is ripe. Why? Because that's when it's at its most nutritious peak. So there we have it, guys. Just a little bit of background information about the one and only kiwi fruit. All right, now it's time to dive into a few fun facts. Number one. Now, a lot of people may be asking, should I or can I eat the skin of the kiwi fruit? Right? Well, here we go. Its fuzzy skin is similar to that of a peach, and the fruit can be enjoyed with or without it. Now, remember, you're talking to Coach D. So, am I going to suggest that you eat the skin? Of course I'm going to suggest that you eat the skin. Why? Because believe it or not, the skin contains nutrients and fiber. So, if anything, do not peel your kiwi fruit. Go ahead, eat the skin just like you would as if you're eating a peach. Next, the kiwi fruit has a long history of name changes. The original Chinese name, Yang Tao, means strawberry peach and was later replaced by the name Chinese gooseberry by Europeans. When kiwi fruit was first exported from China, it was still referred to as the Chinese gooseberry. It was introduced to New Zealand at the turn of the 20th century and was later cultivated there. When the fruit began to be exported from New Zealand, there was an export tax on berries at that time. It was then that the name was changed to kiwi fruit to avoid the tax and appeal to the new market. It was named after the kiwi bird native to New Zealand, which is also small, brown, and fuzzy. So, how in the world did kiwi fruit get its name? Easy. It was a money decision. That's right, guys. That's right. They wanted to avoid taxes. Okay? So basically, the name was changed from the Chinese gooseberry to the kiwi fruit because it simply looked like the kiwi bird. So there we have it, guys. A few fun facts about the one and only kiwi fruit. By the way, take a look at the picture. Isn't that kiwi bird cute? Doesn't it look like a kiwi fruit? Moving on. All right, now it's time for the not so fun facts about kiwi fruit. Kiwi fruit allergy is very common and responsible for 10% of all food allergy reactions in children. People with allergies to latex and other fruits like avocados and bananas should be especially cautious. Kiwi fruit allergy can result in oral allergy syndrome, hives, swelling, itchy, watery eyes, irritation of the nose and mouth, and anaphylaxis, which can be life-threatening. Individuals on beta blockers should consume kiwi fruit in moderation. as the potassium found in the fruit can alter the potassium levels to higher than is healthy. Heightened potassium can be harmful to the kidneys, especially for those with kidney illness. Oh no, say it ain't so, Coach D. Wait, there's more. Kiwi fruit also has the capacity to slow blood clotting in some individuals and could negatively affect people with bleeding disorders. If you're going to have surgery, it's recommended to stop consuming kiwi at least 2 weeks before surgery. Wow, who knew kiwi could be so, shall we say, negative? Not so good, right? So, I love kiwi, but not everyone can tolerate it. So that's why I wanted to share with you the not so fun facts about the one and only kiwi fruit. All right, now that we understand the fun facts and the not so fun facts, let's now dive into the 520 rule. Ladies and gentlemen, the 520 rule is all about food labels. Yes, food labels. Ultimately, it's a guide. It's a guide that lets us know whether or not a food item is a good source or not a good source of any particular nutrient. Now, when we talk about the 520 rule, ultimately we're talking about the percent daily value, abbreviated percent DV. Now, let's take a look at our sample food label. Take a look at the picture. As you can see, our picture is highlighted in 3 different colors. First is percent daily value, the column. Notice that it's highlighted in lavender, or we can say light purple. And as you can see, percent daily value is simply represented by a percentage. Now, some percentages are very low, whereas some are very high. I'll talk about that in a little while. Next up, we also have some nutrients that are highlighted in yellow, and then we have some that are highlighted in light blue. Let's first talk about the yellow nutrients. These nutrients, such as total fat, saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, and sodium, unfortunately do a really good job at promoting disease within the body temple. So if anything, you want to make sure that those percentages are very low, okay, close to 0 as possible. Now, when we talk about the nutrients that are highlighted in light blue, such as dietary fiber, vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, and iron, which basically represent all vitamins and minerals, those nutrients do just the opposite of the yellow nutrients. Rather than promote disease, they promote health and wealth within the body temple. So if anything, you want to make sure that those nutrients are at the higher end of the scale. So to be more specific about the 520 rule, here we go. If a food item offers anywhere from 0% to 9% DV, then that food item is not a good source of that particular nutrient. Next, if the food item offers 10% to 19% DV of any particular nutrient, then that food item is a good source of that nutrient. Lastly, if the food item offers 20% DV or greater, then the food item is considered an excellent source of that nutrient. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the ins and outs about the 520 rule. All right, now it's time to dive into the nutrition facts. So for today's lecture, we're going to simply say that a single serving of kiwi fruit is equivalent to 1 large kiwi without the skin. Okay, once again, without the skin. So 1 kiwi without the skin is only going to offer 56 calories, 13 grams of carbs, 1 gram of protein, 0.5 grams of fat, 2.7 grams of fiber. Now, let's dive into the vitamin and nutrient content. A single kiwi without the skin is going to offer you vitamin C, but look at how much, 141% DV. Now, we just covered the 520 rule, and we know that if any food item offers 20% DV or greater, then it is considered an excellent source. Now, a single kiwi is offering you 140% DV. So what does this mean? What it means is that 1 kiwi is offering you all the vitamin C that you need in an entire day and then some. How nice. Next up is vitamin K, coming in at 46% DV. Excellent source. Next up is potassium, coming in at only 8% DV. Not a good source. Then we have vitamin E, coming in at 7% DV. Not a good source. Copper and folate each come in at only 6% DV. So unfortunately, kiwis without the skin are not a good source of copper and or folate. But remember something, the serving size is only one kiwi. So guess what? If you decide to eat 2 kiwis or 3 kiwis, then of course these percent daily values, they increase. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the nutrition facts about the one and only kiwi fruit. Now, let's talk about the health benefits. But before we do, Coach D wants to drop a few wisdom dimes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to discuss the principle of cause and effect, which technically is one of the 7 Hermetic principles. It basically states that every cause has its effect and every effect has its cause. There really is no such thing as chance and or luck. In other words, everything happens for a reason. So what does this all mean, Coach D? It's easy. If you want to be healthy, you have to cause it. If on the other hand, you want to be diseased, well, you have to cause that too by simply not putting in the proper nutrients in the body. So rather than talk about disease, let's talk about health. Let's talk about wellness, right? So earlier we stated that when you eat a kiwi fruit, you put nutrients in the body. Well, when you put those nutrients in the body, guess what happens? The health benefits. So to bring this full circle, here's what you have to understand. The health benefits are the effects, whereas the nutrients are the causes. So let's find out what happens when you eat a kiwi fruit. Number 1, health benefit. Kiwis are an incredible source of antioxidant power vitamin C and E. Now, in most of my videos, I always talk about the power of antioxidants, which basically deactivate free radicals. Now, once the free radicals are deactivated, guess what happens? It reduces your risk of cancer, it slows down the aging process, and it also helps to prevent good old heart disease. Next up, it counteracts aging and improves skin health, improves respiratory health, it's good for vision and prevention of eye diseases, aids in digestion, improves the cardiovascular system, good for bone maintenance and repair. Serotonin puts sleep problems to bed. Are you aware that kiwi fruit has serotonin? Maybe you didn't know, but now you know. So if you're the type of person who suffers from any type of sleep problems or sleep disorders such as insomnia, believe it or not, start including more kiwis in your diet. Why? Because they contain serotonin, which basically is a chemical that helps you sleep better. Also, kiwis, they have anti-cancer effects, as well as antifungal and antibacterial capabilities. So, if you're prone to becoming sick because of some type of fungal or bacterial infection, it's easy. Eat more kiwi fruit. So there we have it, guys, the health benefits of kiwis. All right, it's now time to talk about food, but more specifically, plant food. Guys, say hello to forksoverknives.com, which, by the way, is our website for everything vegan. By the way, there is a movie entitled Forks Over Knives. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you watch it. So, as usual, I went to the website, forksoverknives.com, did just a little bit of research, and look at what I found. 2 amazing vegan kiwi fruit recipes that I want to share with you right now. So, the first one is awesome sugar-free fruit pops. Take a look at the picture. Looks delicious, right? The second recipe that I found is entitled Manna Quinoa Breakfast Bowl. Looks scrumptious. Now, if you are interested in making and tasting either one of these recipes, all you have to do is go to the description box. I'm providing a direct link to each recipe. Now, if you decide to check out forksoverknives.com by clicking on those links, you'll find a lot of information, such as an ingredient list, preparation time, and the instructions as to how to make the dishes. So do yourself a favor and then do me a favor. Make them, taste them, come back to the video, and please share your thoughts in the comment box below. So there we have it, guys. Not one, but two delicious vegan kiwi fruit recipes from forksoverknives.com. All right, 23% Nation, I hear you. A lot of you say, Coach D, thanks for the fun facts. Coach D, thanks for the nutrition facts as well as the health benefits. But what I really want to know is, when should I eat more kiwi fruit? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if that is your question, then the perfect day, and I do mean the perfect day to eat more kiwi fruit, is Nature Day. What? Nature Day? Yes, Nature Day. Ladies and gentlemen, Nature Day happens to be the first day of the 23% challenge. Now, maybe you know nothing about the 23% challenge. If that's you, it's okay. I'm going to give you a quick tutorial. The 23% challenge is a monthly 7-day wellness program that is designed to help improve your health, your wealth, your relationships, and help save good old planet Earth. That's right, we gotta save good old planet Earth. Now, here's the interesting thing about the 23% challenge, is that it's the first 7 days of every single month, meaning the first all the way through the 7th. Now, Nature Day happens to be the first day of the challenge, which simply means that Nature Day is the first day of every month. So, whether it's December 1st, January 1st, or February 1st, it's always Nature Day. Now, maybe you're the type of person who is interested in Nature Day. Maybe you're the type of person who's looking to lose a little bit of weight. Maybe you're the type of person who is stricken by the big four and wants to get rid of the big four. Maybe you're the type of person who's thinking about transitioning to a more whole food plant-based diet. Well, if that's you, then you may find Nature Day very, very, very intriguing and interesting. Guys, Nature Day is all about getting closer to nature. Now, yes, there are lots of different things you can do to get closer to nature. You can go swim in a pond, a lake, or the ocean. You can go to a petting zoo. You can even go take a nature walk. But for the sake of this video, we're going to simply say that getting closer to nature, right, is by simply eating it. That's right, guys. It's time to eat more plants. So, if you want to eat more plants, I've come up with 3 ways that I think can help facilitate that. Number 1, try to become a 3% vegan. Now, what is that? Well, it's anyone, man, woman, or child, who only eats plant foods and drinks only water only 1 day out of an entire month. Next up is a 13% vegan, which is anyone, man, woman, or child, who decides to eat only plant foods and drink only water only 4 days out of an entire month. Now, there are 2 ways in which you can go about this. If you want to do the first 4 days of the month, great. Or, providing the month has at least 4 weeks in it, then you could do 1 day per week. Lastly is a 23% vegan, which technically is what Coach D is. Right, and so what does that mean? It means that for the first 7 days of every single month, I am a strict vegan, meaning I only eat what Mother Nature provides. Now, what does Mother Nature provide? Mother Nature provides plant foods from the 5 food groups of plant foods. So, what are those? Number 1, fruits. Number 2, vegetables and herbs. Number 3, nuts and seeds. Number 4, legumes, meaning beans and peas. And number 5, whole grains. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. More information about Nature Day. All right. So maybe, just maybe, you are interested in either becoming a 3%, 13%, or the ultimate 23% vegan. So if that's you, I want to offer you just a few tips to help make your Nature Day successful. So tip number one, go visit your local grocery store. Now, when you get there, you're going to go to two places. Number one is the produce section, and number two is the freezer aisle. Why the produce section? Well, because that's where you're going to find all of your fresh plant foods. Why the freezer aisle? Well, that's where you're going to find all of your frozen plant foods. Now, a lot of people may have a question as to whether or not fresh versus frozen, are they the same? Well, I'll tell you this much, the nutrient contents are comparable. So please, whether you want to go fresh or frozen, you're still doing the body some good. Tip number two, go visit your local farmer's market. Now, believe it or not, there are some advantages to shopping at a farmer's market. For instance, farmer's markets only have organic produce, which means fewer herbicides, fewer pesticides, fewer chemicals. So the fruit is going to be even better for your body. Also, the fruit is grown locally. That's right. So that means less transportation time. So what does that really mean? Well, it means that the farmer saves money, which then that savings is passed on to you, the end consumer. Tip number three, go visit the prepared dishes section of your local grocery store. So after you finish up with the produce section and the freezer aisle, walk on over to the produce section. Now, depending on your grocery store, they may term it the kitchen, whatever it's called. Go over, hang out, talk to the person behind the counter. Ask them if they have any vegan options. Not vegetarian, but vegan. Now, the reason why you want to do that is because, yes, there is a difference between vegan versus vegetarian. In the later video, I'll go ahead and give you all the differences. But for today's lecture, let's just simply focus on vegan foods. Now, providing they have them, go ahead, ask the person behind the counter for a quick sample. They should provide it for you, and if you like it, go ahead and purchase the food either by the pound, or if you really like it, go ahead and get yourself 2 pounds. Lastly is to go eat, yes, eat at a vegan restaurant. Excuse me. Throat got a little dry. Ladies and gentlemen, eating at a vegan restaurant is a wonderful experience. Why? Because they hire vegan chefs who know exactly how to prepare plant foods, which can be not only delicious, but nutritious. Now, here's the thing. If you decide to go to a vegan restaurant, do two things. Number one, let them know that Coach D sent you. And number two, be sure to order something with kiwi fruit in it. So there you have it, guys. 4 tips to help make your Nature Day successful. All right, 23% Nation, it's time for our question of the day, which comes from yours truly and the rest of the 23% Nation. We want to know, the kiwi fruit is named after which animal? Now, I believe I covered that earlier in the video. So if you don't remember, just simply hit rewind, right? If you do want to answer it, please write your answer in the comment box below. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. I definitely want to thank you for listening. As always, let's eat well, feel well, think well, do well, be well. This is your man, Coach D. Now, before I sign out, I gotta ask you to please subscribe, like, and share the video, especially if you love kiwi fruit. Also, don't forget to use our 3-word mantra. It's hashtag eat more plants. As stated earlier, my name is Coach D. I'm signing out, but always remember, take care, God bless, and never ever forget that Coach D loves you.